Ahoy there, YouTube! I'm back again today for another Kickstarter critique where I take a look at a different Kickstarter tabletop game project every weekday at 1:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to get my honest thoughts on how the project is being ran. And today I'm very excited to check out Age of Comics, The Golden Years, a worker placement board game in which you play the role of a fictional comic book publisher during the, I'm assuming, the golden age of comics. Because there's like the golden age, the silver age, there's different ages in comics if you're not familiar. Now this is currently the 13th most popular project in all of games. It's doing very well, having raised nearly 100,000 euros. Fantastic, love seeing that. So I see the box here. I can barely make out what's going on from this far away. And then I see flags, which means, hey, we're going to ship worldwide. Which is, I mean, it's good stuff to know, but I'm sure there's much more crucial information. The first thing that comes to my mind is how long is this game? What is the player count of this game? Ahoy there, Mr. Mormo. Stuff like that. But I will say, they've already lured me in by telling me this is a worker placement game about a theme I like. And the artwork, I think it looks good. At least from the outset. And then as we zoom in a little bit more, yeah, it looks a little bit better, but look at all the wasted space around the backside. I feel like there's something here that we're going to be able to put. Maybe it's a fantastic price. Maybe it's a great something here. But as always, when I go in the video, I'm thinking three things. Do I want it? Can you do it? How much is it? Let's go. Ooh, from Rome. Whoa.
The world just entered the second quarter of the 20th century.
Now that's some drop-dead gorgeous artwork there. I love that artwork. That really gives me the comics feels here. Okay, good.
And the golden age of comic books has begun. Competition is fierce among publishing houses as they try to get the best team of writers and artists to create the next #1 comic.
Okay. So it's just dripping in the theme, at the very least, of like, oh, these are probably, I'm going to guess, very famous authors and illustrators of comics, which is great. And then we're getting this, the Star Spangled Doer, the Killer James, I imagine all these are going to be homages to other classic comics, or potentially if the, the time period where they can't be used, the intellectual property time period. You know how how there's like a Winnie the Pooh horror movie out now because the time is right up, but I wonder if that's potentially a thing as well. But either way, I'm getting the feels I want to get from a Golden Age comics game, and we're already 20 seconds into the video, so I feel like we're doing a great job here. Just boom, getting right to the components.
Look. In the age of comics,
oh, slow that down. That looks like a great looking board.
You are the owner of such a publishing house, sending your editors to complete different tasks, such as looking to hire staff, get ideas, print comics, and fulfill orders for your upcoming releases. Don't dilly-dally, for the earlier you send your editors to perform an action, the better the results will be. Once you get your comics to print, you will get fans according to your team's capabilities. And if you are the first to print a comic book of any genre, or you have the majority of printed comic books of that genre, you also get the corresponding mastery token, which grants you an additional fan and points at the end of the game. Try your hand at sci-fi, crime, western, horror, superheroes, and romance. You can even unlock additional rewards for each action by publishing more comics. This can be a very daunting task, and the others might beat you to a great idea. Don't fret, future comic tycoon. You can always print rip-offs and get a bit of the market share. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, am I right? Get your editors to work and your sales agents running around town to be the greatest publishing house in the age of comics.
Okay. That was flashy. That was really well made. I think that did a good job of showcasing the game. No personal touch there, but you don't always need that sort of thing. Yeah, the game looks good. It looks like a very interesting game. I want to know more. So, after the video, do I want it? Yes. Like the video as well, Keith. Do I want it? Yes. Can you do it? First created 15 back. Let's check it out. Lyrius Games was founded in 2020 by economist Sonia Goncalves, hope I'm not mispronouncing that, and filmmaker Giacomo Cimini. With their first project, If, in development, oh no, If is the name of it, they won the Lazio Gaming Project Sprint of the Rome Video Game Lab 2020. Interesting. Age of the Golden is their first board game. Okay. Is this going to take me to presumably something where I can learn more about that video game? All right. Maybe. Ooh, ages 14 plus, 1 to 4 players. Yeah, 60 to 110. That is a big, beefy time there. That's a medium weight game. That's I would definitely put that on the marquee. Anything about that other game you made? That's what I want to know about. Or is this just one of those web pages where it just takes me straight to the, straight to the Kickstarter pretty much? Okay. So, still not quite there on the Can You Do It. Age of Comics, The Golden Years. Age of Comics takes place in New York City, belonging to an alternative timeline, so all the comic titles and characters in this game are unique and specifically developed for this project. But I'm sure they're probably homages to classic stuff. At least it looked like it. There's something really cool here. The game grows with each play and allows you to make different choices that are equally rewarding. Okay, there's something really cool here. The game grows with each play. What does that mean? Does that mean you figure out more of the... Is this like one of those games where it's like halfway through, you're like, oh, I see how I'm going to play next time? I think that's maybe what Kimberly's saying there. I'm not quite sure. It allows you to make different choices that are equally rewarding. I do like that. So there's probably numerous different paths to victory, which is kind of what you want in a worker placement game. You know, do I get a lot of workers? Do I not get a lot of workers? Do I focus on this? Do I focus on that? I think it's an okay one. I didn't actually understand the first part, though. Age of Comics: The Golden Age is a medium light worker placement board game in which you manage a fictional comic book publisher circuit. Yeah, I got it. I understood. Here we go. Good stuff. 60 to 110. As an editorial director of a comic book publishing company, yeah, I watched the video. Okay. It's pure joy to create all of these comics and gathering fans for them, especially when you manage to make the ripoff more popular than the original. Okay. I didn't like that quote until we got to the end of it, and then Alex and Pete brought up a really interesting aspect, like, oh, these ripoffs that you can make. So they're talking about an aspect of the game, a thematic aspect of the game, a mechanism of the game, can actually get more popular than the original comics. And I'm like, oh, yeah, that is actually kind of cool. And I could see myself saying, making fun of the otha person at the table, like, haha, my Catman's more popular than Batman, or whatever it is. So I do. I actually like the fact they smiled. I thought that was a really solid quote. Hey, Jeremy. And now some action. The game plays in 5 rounds, and each round the players in turn place 1. Okay, this is if I really want to get in the weeds. This is good. Age of Comics: The Golden Age includes a solo mode designed by Nestori Mangone. Wow, Darwin's Journey, Newton, Autobahn. Now that is how you put some respect on people's names. Granted, I might still mention how highly rated these are, because these are very highly rated games. You will play against a solo, and so that is fantastic spotlight. You play against a solo Autonoma, who will challenge your decision as a comic book publisher. The solo mode is designed to help you perfect your gameplay. It allows you to choose a level of difficulty for the game, and depending on the victory points you manage to score, it will reward you with the title of Comic Book Publishing Mogul. Okay, so they're talking specifically about the single player. They're saying the single player does not suck. It's designed by a fantastic designer. No worries. And I love the fact that they're spotlighting that, because there are a lot of Kickstarter games where that solo mode is just like, yeah, this feels really slapped on. And they're like, no, that's not what we're getting here. Just played a few rounds of the solo mode of Age of Comics. Really fun and good solo mode. Flows very well and feels like an actual addition instead of a watered-down 2-player version. I like the second part of the quote. Not nearly the first part as much, where he's like, I haven't played the whole game, but still, that's what I want to hear. Feels like feels good. To get a feel of the game and learn its rules, you can also play the video. Oh, here we go. Video tutorial. So we got a full gameplay. Nope.
For what you would need.
Nope. Where's the gameplay? Is this something I can click on? Is this a written? Ooh, no, thank you. Is this the final thoughts?
Hey,
nope, don't want that. Where's the gameplay? There it is. There it is. Beautiful. That's what I want.
Board.
Awesome. So there's a gameplay up there. That looks like it's a solo. Let's play. Why is he taking?
Hallo, liebe Freundinnen.
Why is this? Why do I have to click on this? Why can't this just be a YouTube link to that? That's so odd. Like, YouTube link. You don't get a YouTube link. Why is that? That's so bizarre. Like, this is a YouTube link.
Hallo, liebe Freundinnen und Freunde der analogen Unterhaltung, liebe Crowdfunding-Unterstützung.
Also, I'd let people know it's German on the offset. Because it doesn't really, overview. So there's lots of videos here. Good. Different languages. Whoa, there it is. Can we lead with this one? Why? Let's lead with this one. I think this one's more important than the rest of them. By a mile.
The top of the face down.
Fantastic.
One comic ranking. The top.
Awesome. That's what I want. Bingo. I think that's the top video. We have it at the bottom video. Disagree with that, but the bottom line is here. There's gameplay. There's opinions. There's previews. There's everything you'd want here video-wise. I think they crushed that aspect. Age of Comics is a beautiful game with a very attractive theme and easy-to-learn mechanics that will work for all types of players. Ooh, now that's a great quote. Age of Comics is a beautiful game with a very... I don't know who this person is. Demessa221B. What is that? Did you find this person in... Oh, no, that's the name of a... Okay, got it. That's a... Make this clickable, though. Show them some love. Make that clickable. Click here. Or is there a video up here, maybe? I don't know. Click here to try the Age of Comics tabletop. Ooh, here, wait. Join our Discord and try the solo mode. Access the rule booklet. Beautiful. Everything I need here is here. Discovering the right elements, training your staff up, scribbling for fans, and making comics by any means possible. Discovering the right elements, training your staff up. So this is just saying theme, the theme, and then there's theme, and then the theme. I loved it. It's like, yeah, I need more. I need more. And now the important question. How much is it? $45! Get the hell out of here. I immediately go back to that main image, and I hate that main image. I hate him in the main image because of all the wasted space. This is a fantastic price point. That's great. What is that, 43 American? American. I guess, well, United States of America. That's not an expression. Anywho, $44, that's a great price. I would spotlight that. I would 100% spotlight that because I'm expecting more than that. Honestly, I thought this was a Ticket to Ride style box. Now, I'm not thinking it's a Ticket to Ride style box, but I don't have a problem with it because I'm not here for the size of the game. I'm not here for, oh, I got this massive board. I'm here because the gameplay looks interesting. The theme looks great, and the artwork obviously pops a lot. So that's a great price. Ultra-wide 6-fold board. I'd love to know the dimensions of this because I'm thinking that is a Ticket to Ride size board. This is a solid price for the amount of content you get. I agree. This looks great. Amazing. I'd zoom in on this a little bit. That's a weird shot of it. I'm not a big fan of this shot. I'd just love to see the whole board. But dimensions would be great because that looks like a big one. 48 Mimic comic book tiles. So these aren't tiles. These are cards. These are not cards. These are actually tiles. Wow. What material is that? I want to see. I don't want that angle. I want like an angle to show me the side of it. Are these like pop-outs? I'm assuming these are wooden tiles, right? Either way, that's great. 24 original comic book cards, 24 rip-off comic book cards, 48 creative cards. Graphic design on that one doesn't do it for me. I will be honest, that looks very like Game Crafter prototypey. That right there does to me. Let me know what you think about that. 4 player mats. Okay, love the player mats. Hope those are double-sided. Always hope those are double-sided. If in fact you could, that would be relevant. Obviously, if you have to flip this, if you can't flip it over without taking everything off, then it's completely irrelevant. But if it's the kind of player mat where you know there's not going to be stuff on it all the time, I would totally always have stuff on the backside. 12 solo mode cards, 6 master. I don't see a player reference cards yet, so I'm looking for that. That's one thing percolating in my brain. That's something I want, always want. 60 idea tokens, especially for a medium weight game. I feel like that is just a card. That is a sin. If you have a medium weight game and you do not have a player reference card, shame, 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 shame. So we get the tiles. Oh, now I'm starting to see the side angles a little bit better. Okay. 6 super transport tickets. Those look great. Is that a tile or is that a ticket? I don't know. I think it's a tile. So we got a bunch of stuff you're popping out. 24 increase value, 60. There's tons of tiles here, tokens. This is great. Ooh, wooden meeples. I would love a silk screen vest. Wow. That's nice. I really like that right there because that is, hey, we have stretch goals. They didn't say they're stretch goals, but they said, oh yeah, I would like this. They're insinuating at that or unlocks, one of the two. So if there's unlocks, I now know that that's probably going to be one of the unlocks. Same with stretch goals. That's the other thing is, they have not been mentioned up until this point. I always feel like it's better to have that higher up on the page, just to get me excited. 4 wooden tower blocks, 4 wooden agent, 4 overview cards. There we go, the player references. I'd love to see that zoomed in. All of the above will be included in the standard edition box, which is essentially an upgraded version of our prototypes, which you can see in the playthrough videos. But you also have a collector's edition. Ooh, and it's only $65. Very reasonable. Collector's edition, about $5 over MSRP. Count me in. I'm already in on this thing. I was blown away over the moon that I was only paid $45, so $65. I say, yeah, wow me. What's the difference? Box, don't care. Okay, we get the fancy box. 12 new comic cards by 6 guest artists. Wait, they're new so they're more gameplay. Are these alternate cards? These new cards will introduce a new bonus that allows you to print multiple comic books for the same creative team. Okay. Don't like that. Don't like that. Not a fan of that when you're hiding. Because this is not... Because that $45 one seemed really good, and now I think it sucks. Because it's like, oh, there's a whole gameplay element that's not there. And as someone who's here for the game, like, I'm here for the gameplay. I don't give a damn about your art. This could be driven by a 7-year-old. If your game looks good, I'm going to play it. That's disappointing. There's gameplay locked behind that. Granted, your price is still so good that it's not going to be a deal breaker, I think, for the overwhelming majority of people, but it does kind of suck. So they got more artwork. Cool. Whatevs. War expansion. Here we go. The horror of war erupts abruptly during the game, changing mechanics, dynamics, and aesthetics. Oh my jeez! Now that is an expansion I could get behind. Wrapping actual world events into this thematic, like, I love that. This expansion includes 6 war genre cards, 10 idea tokens, 1 master, because yeah, if you know anything about comic books, you know that the wars have drastically impacted some of the comics. Like, that's, I mean, it's obvious. That's awesome. That's a cool idea. I hate the fact that it's behind the premium version, but whatever. 6 double standardization creative cards. Still look very, like those just, the graphic design just doesn't do it for me there. So this is actual concrete gaming stuff that I want. It is $20 and I'm getting 12 new cards, 18 new cards, 10 new tokens, 1 calendar tile. It's not much. It's like 20 cards. Exclusive box sleeve. Don't care. That's going to end up in the trash. Let's be honest. Custom designed inserts. Now this is where you got me. I'm in. That looks, and yes, I'm getting a feel for the size of this box as well with this shot, so I do like that as well because I can actually see. Once again, shots like this show you so. Now we all know. Oh, these are the mini cards. These are not full size cards. I can tell that this is a smaller box. I don't have an issue with that. That looks really good. This sold me. $65. I now say I wanted all this other stuff. I wasn't convinced. That doesn't. That's great. Plus we got whoa. That is a half point grade bump up there. Instant full point. Sean's going with the full point grade. Either way, that is hot, that insert. Age of Comics is dripping with theme. Love that expression. And it's a unique one at that. Playing the game immediately took me back to my childhood, and the collection of comics I still hang on to. Ages of Comics is definitely going to attract comic fans and gamers who are fond of worker placement games. Okay. What about stretch goals? Here we go. The stretch goals will allow us to deluxify our game a step further, and we count on our step to reach and unlock these upgrades to deliver the best possible versions of Age of Comics. Who the hell wants that standard version? That standard version just is dead to me. It's completely dead to me, which, you know what? Kudos to Age of Comics, because that's what you want. You don't want anyone buying the $45 one. You want everybody buying the $65 one. It's just no-brainer. 1/3 point bump for Jeremy. Going to the thirds. I guess that would work because you got the minus, the medium, and the plus. Huh. Never thought about it. I guess a half point grade bump up doesn't even work because we're using a... Oh my gosh. You just rock my world, Jeremy. Funding goal. So unlocked. Cool. Card quality upgrade. Always a great one to start with. Score pad. Okay. Interesting. This is the second time in the last week I've seen a score pad as a stretch goal. I don't remember seeing that ever before, but okay. Game board quality upgrade, fantastic. Collector's edition exclusive, so that's when they're going to get the fancy ones. Cool. I'd love to know when these got unlocked. I think that creates a lot more excitement knowing that these are getting unlocked consistently. Like, I see that we unlocked a bunch, but the values, I think they just get me more excited. Damn, these are bangers. Love saying it, but this campaign crushes anything CMON has put out lately. Big kudos to that publisher. Wow. Throwing some shade, and I mean, I can't disagree. CMON's videos, though. Their video department, just crushing it. Tokens and tile upgrades. Linen finish on all components. Okay, very nice. Spot UV, whatevs, don't care. Inside box print, don't care. 12 objective cards. Hex to the yeah. Now that is what I want to know more about. That is the banger. Like, I would trade both these. I would trade both those for that. Let me know. I actually want to know your opinion. I always want to know your opinion. But would you trade the Spot UV in the inside box print for the 12 objective cards every day of the week? And hell, I'll even throw in that box sleeve. I'll give you the Spot UV, the inside box print, and that box sleeve. And I'm still taking those 12 objective cards. I'm still taking those 4 objective cards. But let me know. But because for me, gameplay is king. I really don't give a damn what the box looks like. As long as you have the player count and the name of the side, I mean, I don't care. But let me know. I'm very curious to see what other people think about that. Because I just think in the hierarchy of stretch goals, gameplay content always is king. Without featuring miniatures or any trendy but overpriced item, okay, hipster much, Age of Comics is a beautiful Euro full of a very original... I don't like that quote at all. We just got off of the wrong foot there. You know why? You know why we have all these miniatures? And you know why all these overpriced items? Because people like them. Or else they wouldn't back them. Like, and the bottom line is, this does have the like. You don't need the screen printing. That's trendy. Now, granted, there's bigger, trendier things. It's just I don't know. Always the objective cards. Keith, yeah, me and Keith are in the same boat. It's just the gameplay, and that sounds like a banger to expand your publishing strategy. Anytime you're talking about expanding strategies in a Euro game, get out of here. Shipping and taxes sucks to ship. I see the word VAT, so beautiful. I'm covered. USA and UK, $20 and 25. Ouchers. That's a herder of a price there. Now, the cost of the game itself is not so bad, but now we're looking at a $90 game, and now I kind of need to know. I think it's a Ticket to Ride size. I thought it was a smaller than a Ticket to Ride size box, and now I'm having second thoughts. I'm thinking maybe it is a Ticket to Ride size box. So I would like to know the dimensions of the cards. Hopefully it's in the FAQ. Honestly, actually, hopefully it's in the pledge area, but I know that's not the case. USA. So now we're looking at $90. This edition, I don't imagine anybody's getting 77. 77 plebes. I think I apologize if plebes is an offensive term. By the way, I actually don't know what the hell that means. I just hear some kids saying it on the Call of Duty beta this weekend, and I was like, I like that word. James says gameplay wins for me too. It's just that sounds like a lot of gameplay too. 12 cards, especially when you're only talking about having 100 cards in the game, something like that. So we got the shipping. Okay, it's here. It doesn't look like great shipping, unless you're in the EU and UK. Good for you. But once again, I imagine the majority of people are from the United States of America. That's just typically how it works. 835 to 165. Italy coming in strong, crushing it in your home country. Awesome, fantastic, love that. Where were we? Here we go. You and your friends can save by ordering more than one copy of the game together. Beautiful. Also spotlighting that. I love that. I always think that's good because essentially what that's saying is, hey, we want you to get this game. We're willing to do that because yes, we could ship both these. I just love that. I always think that's a good thing. And they're telling you how the math 4-to-4 collector's edition. So they're talking about how the math breaks down here. Great. How much will the shipping cost? And do we have anything else? So $14.65 of the deluxe. So the deluxe is absolutely just crushing the standard edition. So I'd say Golden Age did a fantastic job of spotlighting the one that they want, which is the collector's edition. Who's getting the standard edition? Where's the standard edition going? Like, here's my question: because it looks like they're two separate print runs here, or is this? Yeah, it's because that's the vibe I'm getting. I'm not completely sure. Because what does this come with? Yeah, it comes with an exclusive box sleeve. Yeah, I'm pretty sure this is its own separate game, maybe? Like its own box? I don't know. Either way, they've made $100,000, so it's a moot point. But if there were $20,000, I'd be much more concerned. But $77 for that standard edition. Who's buying that? Backers outside the US, UK, got it. The game will ship from a fulfillment center in the United States. When are we shipping this, by the way? When's this ship out? September 2023. Okay, so next year, probably around the Essen Spiel time we're talking about. Final thoughts. Is that why is this one not clickable either? Or no, that's not a YouTube. That's why. It's not a YouTube. It's a Twitch. Got it. There's the YouTube. Yeah, that's so weird. Just that one YouTube video was not clickable. But it was clickable. It didn't look like this. It's so bizarre. And then we got more gameplay. And this is fine. I have no issues with this. We're video dumping down here. So whatever language, whatever specific video we're looking for is down here. And I love this. Don't put it up ahead of important things. Put it down here. Which is fantastic. I think they have a great spot. Why this game, got it, stuff. I don't really need any more information out of you guys, I don't think. Oh, you're trying to do a personal touch now? It's too late for that, homie. Follow us on Instagram, join our Facebook group, check out our BGG page, join the refund policy. Okay. Let's check out the FAQ, the updates, comments, gifts, what a great. Hi there, Lyrius Games. Oh, hey, you're the publishers. Great page so far. What is the size of the main board and the player boards? Bingo. Shouldn't be the FAQ. What is the size of the main board and the player boards? I would do the inches as well. Because once again, the majority of people here in the United States of America, I know it shouldn't be that way, but it is. Who will insert the collector's edition have enough space for the expansion and card sleeves? Yes, sure they will. Once again, that's the kind of thing that I just assume, so I'm glad to know that. Shipping estimates to Alaska, Hawaii, and Puerto Rico, you're going to get jacked. Oh, actually, 20 euros. So that's about what we were paying. Shipping to Israel, shipping to South America. So these are oddly specific. Okay, I'd love to know the size of the box. Bauer, thank you so much for Spotlight Game. If you or follow have any questions, please ask. Looks great. I will be at backer. Keith Sin, awesome. Yeah, if you got any questions, I'd just like to know the size of the box. Is it a Ticket to Ride size box, or is it a smaller size box? Because that was the one thing I was curious about. Special guest crime card. That's great. Love that. So we had 9 comments, 15 comments, so some good engagement there. And I know you say 15, that doesn't sound like much. I see projects with thousands and thousands of people that have like 4 comments. So anytime you're hitting double digits, that is not nothing. And now some news. First Friday, we'll show you the special guest star cards, but that's where we're talking about the different cards. We decided that the collector's edition must be completely yours, Kickstarter backers, meaning that will be a Kickstarter and Pledge Manager exclusive. Oh, okay. Okay, so we're going the Tasty Minstrel Games route here. Never a route that I typically say is a good route, except for the games they publish. They publish some damn good games. Oh my gosh, did they? Orleans, never get me started. Pioneer Days. Pioneer Days is vastly underrated. One of the best family weight Euro games of all time. Pioneer Days. Go hunt it down. Third, if you're in the market for a family weight Euro game, of course. Third, we thought a lot about it. We decided the collector's edition must be completely yours. Okay, cool. Lots of video stuff here. Oh my gosh. Bravissimo, keep up the great work and don't overload yourselves. Congratulations on all the success. And I imagine, yes, they are going to have a pretty good first update, because the bottom line is when you have 100 and something, what was that, 135 people from your home country backing you, that means you're getting some dang good support right there. 165, that's great. And you'll say, well, of course you would. No, you don't. Not all the time. I check these every single day, and that is not always the case. Really nice value in this game. Makes it very tempting. We're looking for the size of the box. Big kudos on this campaign. Agreed. So I would ask a question. I always think that's a good thing, especially with how exciting your stretch goals are. So let's check out the next update, plus some more news. Other big news, we will soon announce a social stretch goal. That's fantastic. It's suggested by Mark. Yeah, social stretch goal is always a good idea. With a new variant mechanics and a few extra tiles. Wow! Wow, that's how you come out swinging with a social goal. Hey, everybody, do you want a new variant and mechanics in the game and a few extra tiles? All you got to do is go like this Board Game Geek thing so we get on the hotness, or share. That is great. Get that on the page sooner rather than later, most definitely. And then, because once again, Tuesday is coming. Tuesday is coming, and that's when the Sharks come out. That's where the big games come out. And I know now tomorrow, the big game's going to be on GameFound. Holy Grail's got like 40,000 people pre-launch because GameFound's giving you like a back rub or something if you pre-order or whatever. But still, congratulations. This one's in Italian. I've just played a couple rounds of tabletop, see how it works. You guys did an amazing job. Can't wait to receive it now. It'd be so cool if the creative cards were illustrated with different characters. I would agree with that. Nice. The token of the tile upgrade is unlocked. Great. So, final grade for this one. Box size will be around 209. I don't know those millimeters. 290 millimeters, 2 inches. I am the 80%, 11 inches. So that is. That's a bigger box. Yeah, that's like a Ticket to Ride size box. Okay. Yeah, I would make that a little bit more evidence, because honestly, I thought this was a smaller box. That's a pretty wide box. Weird saying. All right, so final grade on this one. Do I want it? Yes, I do. I feel like the video was well done. It was very snappy, to the point. Showed me some cool mechanisms, lots of artwork, looked good. Want to play the game? Love the theme. Keeps going B+. I think I'm around there. Can you do it? Yeah, I feel good. I feel like they got all their ducks in a row. You know, there's nothing here that's like screaming, yeah, we can do it, but they had everything they need here. Gameplay videos, solo, rule booklet in different languages. Now, that is ambitious. Coming out with 6 different languages. Granted, they're not from the United States of America, so they speak probably more than one language. And honestly, I only speak about 0.8% of language. Wait, not 0.8. 80% of language. Oh my God. A-, Jeremy's going to A-. And then how much is it? That's the one thing. I don't feel like the price is great. The price kind of licks me a little bit there, because that's around the $90 range. And I'm not feeling a deluxeified $90 game, but at the end of the day, I feel like there's so many other good things around this, and this definitely feels like one of those games where I'm not necessarily scared of it going to retail, per se, even though they very clearly have a retail version of the game. And then there's my other question. Is this going to be, are these separate games, or is this going to come with 2 boxes, and then you put everything from one box into the game? Which I imagine is exactly what it's going to be. That's still interesting. I'm going to go with a B+. I think I'm with Keith and Mr. Momore. Sonia and myself speak Italian, Portuguese, and English. It's Spanish and French. That's impressive. So I'm going to the B+ on this one. Overall, really solid project. I hope they crush it on this one, because I definitely think this is the kind of one where they build brand loyalty. This was a fun little Kickstarter. But let me know in the comments below your final grade. B+, A-. Wish the marquee was juiced up. Yeah, that's the other thing. That marquee is pretty boring. Instead of the flags, player count, time, etc. But yeah, let me know your final grade as always. Thanks for your time, YouTube. Bye-bye.